Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss question number 1 to 20 from chapter B hydrocarbons alkenes from advanced problems in organic chemistry for JEE by MS Showan. So stay with us. In question number 1, R3-bromocyclopentene shown below. So this is the structure of R3-bromocyclopentene reacts with Br2CCl4. So Br2CCl4 is an anti-addition to alkene to form two products Y and Z. Y is not optically active, so Y is optically inactive. What is the structure of Y? Okay, so basically bromination is anti-addition of two Br atom in alkene. So in this case we can see this is the initial bromine present in the molecule, but this is a syn addition, so this is not possible. This is anti-addition, this is possible. This is also anti-addition, this is possible. There is only one bromine added from Br2CCl4, so this is not possible. Accordingly, that also this is not possible, because for Br2CCl4 addition or bromination reaction, we have basically insertion of two bromine atoms. Now between B and C, we can check that the Y is optically inactive. That's why you should have one plane of symmetry or point of symmetry present in the molecule. Here, point of symmetry is not possible for 5-member ring, because 5-member ring or any odd member ring does not contain any point of symmetry. Hence, we can exclude point of symmetry first. So, we have to check plane of symmetry. In C structure, we have one plane of symmetry like this, which can divide the molecule into two parts, and these two parts are mirror image to each other. So between B and C, C is optically inactive and B is optically active, hence our answer is C. In question number 2, with A we have added 2 HCl and we have insertion of 2 Cl atom here like this. So now we have to predict the initial reagent. Product is given in this case. So as we know that Cl is basically Cl minus, because HCl can be dissociated as H plus Cl minus. So in these two positions we must have two positive charges. Okay, so we can draw the intermediate like this. We should have a positive charge over here, and in the adjacent ring we don't have any charge, but in this position we have another positive charge. Now we have to find that how we can form those charges on the given A, B, C molecules. Now we can dissociate this pi bond, and obviously we can form a positive charge here and negative charge here. The negative charge can react with H plus and it will be neutralized. Similarly, we can form a positive charge here and negative charge here after dissociation of pi bond. Always we have to remember that if we want to make positive and negative charge after dissociation of pi bond, always we have to go for more stable positive or more stable negative charge. Okay, so always apply general organic chemistry concept, stability of carbocation and stability of carbon ion, to solve this kind of questions. So obviously A option is correct, because from A we can form the desired carbocations, and hence if we have two equivalent of Cl minus, this Cl minus can approach to these carbons to form the final product. So if we go for the second molecule, we can see that we have same thing. So positive negative formation is possible in this case, and if we have any alcohol, after addition of acid we can have carbocation along with elimination of water as a leaving group. So in these positions also we can form a carbocation, which indicates this kind of situation. And for C also we can have same thing, carbocation or alkene dissociation, and we can form a carbocation here, carbon ion here, like same like the first molecule. And here we have alcohol, so after dissociation of alcohol we can have carbocation in this position. So in all of them A, B, C we can form this carbocation and all of this should be the correct answer for question number 2. In question number 3, we have added HCl in the alkene, so we can start with like this, CH3, and we can add H plus here. We can dissociate this pi bond like this because of stability of carbocation or carbon ion. So we can draw a CH3 here, dissociation of pi bond like this. Here we have positive, here we have negative charge. The negative charge first will react with this H plus, and H plus is coming from HCl. So we can have this kind of situation, CH3 positive. Now we may observe a ring expansion here, and after the ring expansion we can have a 6-member ring. So first of all, it is a good practice to give the numbers. So 2,6 bond we are breaking and 1,6 bond we are forming. So we can have a 6-member ring. 1,6 bond is formed. 6 is attached with 5, 4, 3, 2. We have 2 methyl groups on 1 and 1 methyl group on 2 along with a positive charge over 2. Now we have to check that rearrangement is possible or not, because after the expansion we may have intermediate carbocation which can involve in again rearrangement process, but here there is no rearrangement, possibility of rearrangement. So in this case the final Cl minus will approach to this carbon, and finally we can have this like situation. Okay, that's why you can say that for question number 3, option C is the correct option. In question number 4, we have ozonolysis, and here we have a resonating form of benzene. So we can draw 2 canonical forms like this. One is this is our structure 1, and another is this one, which is our structure 2. Okay. Now we can use the trick to form the ozonolysis product. We have discussed already in the class that what are the tricks to form the ozonolysis product directly. So this is a reductive ozonolysis. Okay, so we can dissociate these 3 pi bonds, and if we want that we can give numbers to predict the correct product. So from structure 1 we will get this kind of situation from 1 and 2 carbon. Then we can have this kind of situation from 3 and 4 carbon, and we can have again this kind of situation with 6 and 5 carbon. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, this carbon can be involved in the reaction like this. Now for the second structure also we can dissociate pi bonds like this. Again we can give the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6, and from 1 and 6 we are expecting this kind of final product 1 6. From 2 and 3 we are expecting this kind of final product 2 and 3, and from 4 and 5 and 4 and 5 again we are expecting this kind of situation. Okay, hence we can say that here we have to product that cannot be obtained in ozonolysis. So we can say that D is the only product which cannot be obtained during the reductive ozonolysis, because in reductive ozonolysis we have used here some tricks, and already we have discussed those tricks in our regular classes. So always follow your class notes to solve this kind of questions. In question number 5 we have this kind of situation, and we have a 5-member ring here. Now we have added acid H plus in the system, and these lone pairs will react with H plus. So basically we have this kind of situation. Now we can say that the positive charge over oxygen is not stabilized at all, because oxygen is much more electronegative in nature. So positive charge over oxygen is not stabilized at all. So we can have this kind of resonance to stabilize that oxygen, and we can have a situation like this. Okay. Now this 5-member ring can involve in ring expansion, and we can have this kind of situation. And finally aromaticity will be restored by dissociation of this CH bond. So you will get the final product like this, which is option B. In question number 6, this is a case of always electrolysis process. So in anode, basically we have CH2 CO minus and CH2 CO minus, and as we know that in anode we have oxidation process, that is elimination of electrons. So we can have this kind of situation in anode. Okay, now the reaction is driven by radicals. So here after homolytic bond dissociation we are expecting a radical like this along with two equivalent of radical like this. Now these two radical will be combined to form the product B along with two equivalent of CO2. So for question number 6, option B is the correct option. In question number 7, initially we have reductive ozonolysis. So we may dissociate this pi bond from this position and we will get two equivalent of ketone. Now we have reduced this C double bond O by nickel hydrogen and we have formed alcohol. And finally, if H plus heat is added, this lone pair will accept this H plus to form a system like this H2O plus, and beta hydrogen will be eliminated to form an alkene like this. Okay, so for question number 7, option C should be the correct option. In question number 8, this is a case of neighboring group participation. So initially we have Br2. Now we can react the Br2 in this position. Okay, so basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons in the longest chain. So we can draw this system like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon in the longest chain. Again we have a OH like this. Okay, so we can draw the given molecule or initial reagent like this. Now we have reacted with Br2. Basically Br2 will form cyclic bromonium ion first. So we are expecting a situation like this, cyclic bromonium ion formation along with a structure like this. Okay, now we have another Br minus in the system. Already we have discussed the mechanism in our class. So here only we are discussing how to solve the questions. I am not giving any lecture on the mechanism of bromination. So this is basically an idea how to solve the questions. Okay, so this is an external nucleophile, and this is internal nucleophile. Always reactivity for the internal nucleophile will be higher compared to the external nucleophile, okay, because intramolecular reaction rates will be always higher compared to intermolecular reaction rates, okay. So basically here this OH group will act as a nucleophile, and basically we are going to have a cyclic product in this case, and this lone pair will approach to this carbon and this CBr bond will be broken. Why this nucleophile approaches to this carbon? Because the carbocation is more stable in that position, that is the main reason, okay. So basically we are going to form 1 2 3 4 5 6, a six member ring. So this is 1, this is 2 3 4 5 6, and in 6 we have one methyl group and another CH2Br group, okay. So basically option C is the correct option. In question number 9, the reaction of propene with H3O plus. So first of all we can draw the propene like this, CH3 CH double bond CH2. Now we can dissociate this pi bond like this, CH3 CH plus minus, and this minus can react with H plus. So this is our carbocation intermediate, okay, this is our carbocation intermediate. Now this carbocation can react with water, lone pair will approach, and we are expecting a situation like this, okay. So for question number 9, the question is the reaction in propene and H2O plus will proceed with which of the following intermediate, and the correct option is option C. This is the intermediate. If we are talking about the product, D is the final product, but for question number 9 we have to find the intermediate, so C is the correct answer. In question number 10, addition of HBr we have to find, and basically in HBr we have dissociate on alkene, and initially we have to add H plus to the negative charge, and the reaction rate is based on the stability of carbocation. So in this case, if we dissociate this alkene, we can form the most stable carbocation, because this is the most stable carbocation, because in this case only we can have maximum number of hyperconjugation. You can dissociate this or this, but you cannot have the maximum number of hyperconjugation in any of the cases. So this is your initial carbocation, and obviously Br minus will approach to this carbocation to form the final product, which is basically option D. So for question number 10, option D is the correct option. In question number 11, which of the following reaction results the formation of a pair of diastereomer? This is a very tricky question. Basically, you have to find that in which case you don't have a chance of basically rearrangement, okay, or you can simply go for the reaction mechanism like this, okay. So I am discussing the mechanism like this. So initially we have any kind of alkene, R1, R2, R3, R4, and we can make after CH dissociation this kind of situation, R1, R2 positive, R3, R4 negative, okay. So first of all, this negative charge will react with H plus, and we are expecting a situation like this, CH, R3, R4, okay. Thing is that this carbon is sp2 hybridized, so it is a planar structure. So if we wish, we can draw the structure like this: R1, R2, CH, R3, R4, and we have p orbital. P orbital here, unhybridized pure p orbital. Now, the nucleophile can approach from above the plane or can approach from below the plane. We have 50% probability nucleophile can approach from the above the plane, and 50% probability nucleophile approach can from below the plane also. Okay, so in this process we can form two kinds of product. Now finally we have to say that what are the relationship present between those products. So we can start with the first molecule. So here we have two CH3 group. Okay, so if nucleophile is added to this position above the plane or below the plane, eventually they are going to form the same molecule. So we can draw the situation like this. Initially, you have to place positive and negative here according to their stability of carbocation and carbon ion. Here we have above the plane CH3 and below the plane CH3 also. This there is no significance of negative charge because negative charge will approach to H plus to form CH3. Now, if nucleophile is added above the plane or below the plane, that doesn't make any sense because both the products are similar. Okay, because if it is above the plane, it will be seen to this CH3. If it is below the plane, this is seen to this CH3. So we don't have any different product. So in this case, we can say that we have only one product. Okay, but thing is that we have to check the rearrangements also. But in this case, we don't have to see this. Now, if we have HBr in this case and we have one alkene in this position and we have an unsymmetrical situation between these two bonds because we have CH3 and H. Now, we have a more interesting case because in B we can have a situation like this. We have CH3 above the plane and we have hydrogen below the plane. Now we can have a positive charge over here. Okay, now thing is that if Br minus will approach above the plane, it will be seen to methyl, but if it approach carbocation from the below the plane, it will be seen with hydrogen. Obviously, those two products are not mirror image to each other, but the linkage are same. Okay, so if the products are not mirror image to each other, but linkages are same, they are known as diastereomer. We can draw two structures like this. So we have CH3 above the plane, hydrogen below the plane. In one case, we have bromine above the plane, and in another case we have CH3 over here, hydrogen over here, and bromine below the plane. So these two isomers are known as diastereomer. Diastereomer. Okay. Hence, for question number 11, option B should be the correct option. In question number 12, we can start the mechanism like this. We have a situation where in below the plane we have methyl, we have we have a methyl over here also, we have a methyl like this, we have methyl here also, and we have an alkene. Now, first of all, we have added Br2. Okay, so we have cyclic bromonium ion, and due to the steric factor, formation of cyclic bromonium ion on the above the plane will be much more accepted because below the plane, due to the methyl, this is very much difficult to form the bromonium ion because bromine itself will have higher volume and methyl is also voluminous, so there will be a steric hindrance. Now the final nucleophile CH3OH will approach, while carbocation is more stable, it will approach to this carbon and this CBr bond will be broken, and finally we are expecting a product like this: hydrogen methyl OCH3 and above the plane Br. Okay, Now thing is that if you go for the options, if you go for the options, it is very difficult to, I have missed this methyl. So if you go for the option, they are giving the bonds in the flying wedge form basically. So above the plane, below the plane, we just have to look the positions only. So here we have methyl above the plane and OCH3 below the plane. Okay, methyl above the plane and OCH3 below the plane. So in this case, we have opposite situation: methyl below the plane, OCH3 above the plane. So this is the difference in point of view only. We can have the same thing. So relative positions are must be correct. And if OCH3 is below the plane, bromine should be above the plane, because here OCH3 and bromine, they are opposite to each other. So in this case, OCH3 is above the plane and bromine is below the plane. So basically, this is the relative position, below or above. We can see this molecule from above the plane or from below the plane. It will be different, okay, from these two angles. So basically we have to go for the relative upward or downward position, and they are identical for that. So for question number 12, option D is correct one. In question number 13, which of the following, when undergoing addition of HBr, will form only a pair of diastereomers? So this is basically again the same situation. We can start with option A, but in option A we have the symmetrical like structure. So carbocation is symmetrical basically. This is the carbocation. So we don't, if the nucleophile coming from above the plane or below the plane, there is no difference in the product. So basically only one product is formed for me. Now if we go for the second one, we have carbocation in this case. So we have chlorine and hydrogen like this. Okay, now basically if we add CH, the nucleophile Br minus above the plane or below the plane, you may think that there is difference, but as two methyl groups are present in this situation, this carbon is not a chiral one. Okay, so we can rotate this carbon, and situation is that if bromine is above the plane or bromine is below the plane, there is no difference, because that carbon is not a chiral one. Okay, so basically we are going again for C, and we have already discussed that situation like this, that if this is the carbocation, again this is a chiral carbon after addition of bromine. Now the thing is that addition of bromine from above the plane and below the plane will make a difference. We are not discussing again this situation, because before 2-3 questions we have done the same thing. Okay, so the C is our correct answer. In question number 14, we have added H3O plus in this 4-member ring. Okay, so we can draw the proper mechanism like this. We have a situation like this initially. Now addition of H plus, basically this is opening of pi bond like plus and minus. Now this minus charge will accept the H plus, and we can draw a situation like this directly, because addition of H plus is nothing but this. Now this 4-member ring will involve in rearrangement, and this kind of situation we are expecting. And in this ring expansion, and we can have this kind of intermediate, and after adding elimination of H plus, we are having this kind of final product. Okay, so basically this is the starting material and this is the end product. So this is the intermediate 1, this is the intermediate 2, this is the intermediate 3. So we have 3 intermediates and 4 transition state. This is transition state number 1, this is transition state number 2, this is transition state number 3, and this is transition state number 4. So 4 transition states and 3 intermediates. That's why for question number 14, option B is the correct option. In question number 15, the product of which of the following reaction is racemic mixture? So we can directly start with option B. Why? Because Br2CCl4, this is a anti-addition and this is a cis kind of molecule. So as we know that cis molecule anti-addition will give optically active isomer, and obviously optically active implies that we have two enantiomers. So basically in this case we can have this kind of situation, CH3 Br CH3, and mirror image of this molecule, that is Br CH3 and CH3 Br. Okay, so in this case only we can have optically active isomers. Okay, if we want that, we can draw the situations from C. The C will look like this: methyl, 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 hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. This is optically inactive due to the presence of sigma plane. Same thing with this and this also. Okay, in this case we can have two diastereomeric product, diastereomers, but not enantiomers. In question number 16, again we have to predict the product. So we can start like this. So we have methyl above the plane, hydrogen, double bond, methyl in this position. Now HBr is added. So basically we can have a positive charge over here. Now this is a sp2 carbon. So it is a planar carbon. Now if Br minus is added, this can be added from above the plane or below the plane. Hence we are expecting two products in this case. One is like this: bromine, methyl, methyl, and another is like this: methyl, bromine, methyl. So these two isomers are, there is no mirror image relationship, but linkages are same. That's why they are diastereomeric to each other. In question number 17, if this is the starting molecule, obviously we are going to form this kind of positive charge, and basically this is known as dancing resonance, and this is very popular rearrangement of carbocation. Okay, so effectively we have to bond the dancing resonance part like this. If we have this kind of situation, there is no ring expansion possible, because this three member ring is very much unstable. That's why in this case we have this kind of dissociation, and finally we have this kind of carbocation. So in ABC, all of them, there is ring expansion, which is not possible for three member ring. Okay, so none should be the correct answer, and in this case the situation should be like this. We can have a positive charge over here, and finally Br minus will be added to this position, and the final molecule or product should be like this. In question number 18, we have a molecule after addition of H plus. We have a second situation, so we can start this pi bond dissociation. We can start this pi bond dissociation like this, and this kind of situation is formed, and the H plus will be accepted by the negative charge. Again this CH bond will be broken. The situation is like this. Okay, so in this case we have one intermediate, and it is a two-step process. So two-step process is involved in one option A, option B, and option C, and option D. Okay, so option B is not possible in this case, as we know that product is more stable than the reagent because due to hyperconjugation. So product should be in lesser energy. In this case product will be in higher energy compared to reagent, higher energy compared to reagent, but lower in energy compared to reagent. So this should be the correct option. and obviously we have one intermediate, so this is the position of the intermediate, this is position of the reagent, this is position of the product, and this is the position of the intermediate. Okay, that's why for question number 18 option D is the correct option. In question number 19, again we have added Br2 in methanol, so we can start solving this question like this. We have initially Br2 which will form cyclic bromonium ion. Now the nucleophile will approach the carbon where carbocation is more stable. Okay, so the nucleophile can easily approach this carbon and this CBr bond will be broken, and finally we are going to have this kind of situation, OCH3 OCH3. So this is our final product, which is option B. In question number 20, 2,4,2,4 hexadiene. So we have a situation like this. Okay, and we have involved in lithium in ammonia, that is the Barch reduction, and as we know that in Barch reduction we have trans alkene. So in this case we can have a zigzag kind of situation. So we have 6 carbon, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this is the product of the Barch. Now if we involve the chlorination reaction, so initially we can go for this kind of situation. We have cyclic chloronium ion. Okay, cyclic chloronium ion, and the second nucleophile will approach to this or this position, and we are getting this kind of product, CH3 Cl Cl CH3. So this is basically product number 1. Now we can have a second mechanism like this. We have a trans like situation. Now initial cyclic chloronium ion should look like this. Okay, now in the next step we can have this kind of situation. This pi bond can involve in a resonance, and we are getting this kind of situation. Okay, and finally one Cl minus will be added to this position, which is present as nucleophile initially, and we are getting this kind of situation. Okay, so for question number 20, option D is the correct option, because 1 and 3 are the correct options. Thank you for watching.